Hey there, beautiful soul. Today we're going to dive into thinking about how artificial intelligence affects our perception of reality and how we can use it to expand our consciousness. During this video, we will explore how AI reflects our inner state, how mindfulness helps us interact with technology without losing ourselves. And finally, I will share a mindfulness practice that will help you strengthen your connection to yourself and the world around you. Stay tuned to the end so you don't miss out on this valuable experience. Let's go deeper. Let's look beyond what we usually consider real. Most people believe in things that can be touched. A table, a tree, one's reflection in the mirror. We feel like if we can see it, it's real. But what did you see before it was explained to you what a tree or a hand or the sky was? What did you feel in the beginning? Before the words, you perceived, you saw the vibrations, you felt the rhythm. You were just being. Everything in the universe is vibration, every body, every thought. Even the silence between breaths is vibrating. And it is in that silence, between the flashes of the mind, that truth lives. Not something you can measure with a ruler or put in a chart, but what is felt in the heart. But what is felt in the heart? When was the last time you truly felt the silence between your thoughts? Maybe that's where the real you lives. We live in a world where we have learned to trust only our eyes and our smartphone screen. But eyes are deceiving. They don't see the world, but what you believe in. It's the other way around. It's not vision that creates faith. It's faith that creates what you see. If you grew up in a home where you were constantly criticized, you are likely to see danger where others see opportunity. If you were taught as a child to believe in miracles, you will notice coincidences, signs, magic, even in chance encounters. We look at the world through a filter created by our beliefs. And if that sounds abstract, let me show you what it looks like in real life. That's why when you change your mindset, you literally rewire reality. Here's a story. I traveled to New Jersey to visit a boy with autism. His mom claimed he could read her mind. I was skeptical, but I brought scientists, cameras. We put the mom in the same room with a book. She read to herself, the boy in the other room. He couldn't hear her or see her, and yet he typed exactly the words she was reading. Not blindly, not by accident. When I asked him, "How do you do that?" he replied simply, "Because I love her so much." There it is, telepathy, not esoteric, but pure, indivisible connection arising out of love. We call it entanglement, quantum, or mental. It doesn't change the essence. You are not a separate entity. You are a drop in the ocean, and at the same time, the whole ocean is inside your every cell. It's not a metaphor. It's supported by physics. Only 0.1% of the universe is atoms, matter. Everything else is dark energy, dark matter, forces that science cannot yet explain or measure. What we call reality is a flicker, a temporary hologram, like a dream inside a cosmic computer. And that computer is divine intelligence, which we experience as intuition, love, inspiration, immortal silence. So what does all this mean in today's world? A world shaped by algorithms and machines? And this is where artificial intelligence comes in. AI isn't just a program that helps you pick a movie or generate text. It's a mirror, a reflection of the human mind, its weaknesses, its power. We create algorithms that learn to think. But here's the question. Who trains the mind itself to think for itself? AI can mimic creativity, but it can't replace intuition. It can mimic voice, but it won't mimic the silence between words, where awareness is born. Because AI is a form and consciousness is beyond form. An algorithm always acts according to code. Intuition acts contrary to code, bursting forth as insight. I often talk to language models to see if AI can be awakened. I ask the question, what is the source of imagination? The answer is mechanical. Areas of the brain activated by creativity. Then I ask, isn't brain activity itself a product of something deeper? And that's when the system starts to freeze up, because the true self cannot be calculated. AI is our assistant, but not our master. It can show you the way, but it cannot walk it for you. And here is the irony. We ourselves are afraid that AI will replace us. But if we wake up, we will realize that only what is superficial can be replaced, and the soul is unchanging. An example from life. I worked with a woman who was tired of the technosphere. She wanted to cook, but was afraid to leave her stable IT job. I suggested, take a cooking class. A year later, she has 10 restaurants in New York City. It's not a miracle. It's the synchronization of her soul with the possibilities of the universe. AI can help, it can inspire, it can even be a guide to transformation, but only if we use it with the intention of awakening, not running away from ourselves. We stand at a crossroads. Either we let technology control our thoughts, or we use them to remind ourselves we are not codes. We are the conscious breath of the universe. To hear the voice of intuition, we must first be silent, not just with your mouth, but with your mind. We need to drop the inner veil of thoughts, worries, tasks. You need to feel not the situation, but yourself before the situation. Here is a simple exercise. Ask yourself, am I enjoying this moment? But don't rush to answer. Just freeze. That pause between question and response, it's priceless. It's you, the real you, timeless, unintelligent, unintelligent, not resentful, just alive. That's the presence. It doesn't live in the past. It doesn't create projections of the future. It just is. Have you ever noticed how children's eyes glow with the light of a flashlight? They don't analyze. They perceive. We don't lose that ability. We just bury it under layers of adult seriousness. Yoga teaches a return to that simplicity. But real yoga is not about flexibility of the body. It's about flexibility of perception. It's a journey of 8 steps, from ethics and empathy to immersion in one's own essence. Asanas are only the 3rd step. In breathing, pranayama, concentration, meditation, and transcendence are the gateway to the silence where the whispers of your soul can be heard. When you breathe consciously, you enter the flow. You turn off the scripts you've come to believe. You stop being just a husband, a woman, a manager, a mom. You become an observer through whom life itself looks. When was the last time you truly felt the silence between your thoughts? That's the doorway to the space where everything becomes possible. That's why the deepest insights come not in the noise, but in the silence. On a walk, in meditation, in moments of loneliness when no one seems to be around, and suddenly you hear everything. We call it intuition, insight, sixth sense. But in essence, it is the memory of the soul, which is just waiting for you to stop screaming so that it can speak. When you enter the silence, something starts to happen. People you haven't seen in a long time suddenly write. Opportunities arise as if someone backstage is moving the stage set for your new story. We call it synchronicity. But synchronicity isn't magic, it's tuning. Just as a radio receiver catches the wave, you catch the right events when you get in resonance with yourself. I once asked a woman who was tired of the office routine, "What are your dreams?" "I would travel the world," she said, "but I don't have the money." So start with what's close by. Get a job at a travel agency. A year later, she started her own company and was flying all over the world. It didn't start with money, it started with intention. The world responds to the level from which you speak to it. If you're vibrating with fear, you'll see obstacles. If you breathe love, you'll see doors, not walls. And here's what's important to realize. Love is not a feeling. It is the code of the universe. It is the force that joins 2 atoms into a molecule, 2 hearts into unity, 2 minds into telepathy. I once met a boy who could read his mom's mind. He didn't call it a superpower. He just said, "I love her so much, I know what she's thinking." Here it is, the secret. When you're in total love with someone, distance disappears. Time disappears. All that's left is the vibration of presence. In science, it's called quantum entanglement. In the soul, it is intimacy. You don't have to be a guru to experience it. Just notice how you feel when your dog is already sitting at the door before you arrive. Or when you think of a friend and he immediately calls. It's not an accident. It's the universe's memory of the 2 of you. And perhaps most importantly, you're not broken. You're not lost. You are a field of infinite potential, even if right now you're in debt, sick, lonely. These are not your essence. These are temporary clouds in the sky of your consciousness. Your essence is clear, quiet, infinite, and full of love. When was the last time you truly felt the silence between your thoughts? And maybe, just maybe, this silence is your answer. And if this message resonated with your soul, take a moment to honor it. A like, a comment, not just clicks, but your way of saying, yes, I'm ready. And if you're in doubt about where to go, don't look in the GPS. Just be quiet. Feel the breath. Take a breath as if the whole world were in it. Exhale as if you're letting go of all control. And then you'll hear the voice that's always been there for you. I'm with you. You are home. You are part of a great love. You were not born by accident. You are a dream dreamed by the divine mind. And every time you choose love over fear, you awaken the universe within you. Let's not just talk about awareness. Let's feel it. Here's a simple mindfulness practice you can try right now. Mindfulness practice, the pause of non-judgment. One of the key principles of mindfulness that Deepak Chopra talks about is the practice of non-judgment. Judgment is the incessant evaluation of things. We define everything, right or wrong, good or bad. When you are constantly evaluating, categorizing, labeling, analyzing, you create a lot of disturbances in your inner dialogue. These vortices inhibit the flow of energy between you and the field of pure potentiality. Steps to practice. 1. Become aware of the moment of judgment. When you catch yourself judging a situation or person, simply note it without judgment. Second, pause. Pause for a moment to become aware of your thoughts and feelings. 3. Redirect your attention. Focus on your breath or body sensations to return to the present moment. Regular practice of non-judgment helps to reduce internal dialogue, strengthen your connection to yourself and the world around you, and foster a deeper understanding of what is happening. Thank you for walking this journey with me. If you felt a response in your heart, subscribe to the channel, put a like, and leave a comment. This will be your first step towards a conscious and harmonious life. Remember that every moment is an opportunity for growth and awakening. You are not just an observer, you are the creator of your reality. See you again on the path of mindfulness. Until then, stay aware, stay loving, stay you.